Welcome back, conscious creators, healers, old souls, and intuitives. For those who don't know, my name is Jay, and today is a very special day. So today is a very special day because today is the very first Spiritual Talks video. So today I already have a topic of what I want to talk about, especially when it comes to spirituality as a whole. But at the end of the video, I want everybody here to type their question. Any question that you may have, put it at the bottom of the video, and we'll talk about it next video. And I want these videos to be like a dialogue going back and forth. It's a beautiful idea that came to me, and why not? So today, I want to talk about the 5D consciousness shift, right? And I want to answer those questions that people ask, like, what's happening on the earth right now? What's really going on? Like, is the world coming to an end? Is things going, all the questions that people have, I want to shed some light on it and to the best of my perspective. And as I will always say, if my perspective resonates with you, take it. And if it don't, leave it. This is just a place for open ideas, open expression, and a dialogue between me and whoever on the other end of this watching. But today I want to talk about 5D consciousness. So what is 5D? What is this consciousness shift that everybody is going through? What is this great shift that I believe even the Bible discussed in a way? And I believe what Jesus represented, what Buddha represented, and what all the enlightened beings that walked this earth and became enlightened represented. I want to talk about that and what it means for us now. So before getting into the 5D shift and what it is, let's talk about what it means to be woke. Now, we hear this a lot, especially in the black community. And I'm going to say the culture that I was raised up in. When somebody say, are you woke, bro? Like, are you woke? Are you really woke? Are you woke to what's happening? 9 times out of 10, they were talking about some type of government conspiracy. Are you woke about what's happening in the sky right now? Or are you woke about these plans that's going on? It's always something like crazy woke. And I don't push that away. That perspective is valid for some people, but today I want to use that word woke in a whole new light. And I want to use it in a light that word actually means. So to be woke simply means to be aware, to be awakened. When you sleep, the difference between being asleep and being awake is just your awareness. When you're asleep, you're not really aware of nothing. Somebody may call your name and your ears may hear them after a couple of times. That's about all the awareness you got. Your consciousness is completely unaware. But when you are awake and you're in this awakened state, your awareness is here. Somebody looking over there, you can look over there. Somebody call you, you can think about all this. You can be aware of everything that's happening. You awake. So I want to use the word woke today as simply meaning awareness, to be aware. The difference between that, sleep and awake. So I want to first start off by establishing what I mean by when I say woke. Now, what's happening right now with the shift that's going on is simply we are becoming more aware. Aware, that's all. We're becoming more aware. Now, aware of what, though? There's a lot of things you can be aware of. Aware of what? Now, this is where the conversation goes a little bit like this, okay? Stay with me here. Now, we are constantly living in two worlds, right? I want to invite this perspective to you. We are constantly living in two worlds. Now, there's only one real world, but you can perceive it as two, okay? And I'm going to be breaking down these two worlds and what it means, okay? So the first world we're living in is the outside world, or the world of everything happening around us. A world of him, and a world of her, and a world of they, and a world of, oh, you seen what they're doing? A world that we believe is outside of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The world of, I got to go get that job. And the world of, oh, I got to go get that career. And the world of, I got to get the proper status. And the societal world. The world of everything that is happening outside of us, right? That's the first world. And the second world is the world of everything that is happening within us. The world of our thoughts. The world of our feelings. The world of our nudges. And what's going on inside. The things that we cannot see. You see, the difference between these two worlds is one is physical. One you can feel, taste, touch. You see what I'm saying? And one you cannot. Right now, I am speaking to you and you are hearing me clearly. But you cannot see the words coming out of my mouth. You cannot see any words that is coming out of my lips right now. You can definitely hear me though, but you can't see the words. See, that's how you know there's a second world. There's a whole nother world that exists that is non-physical. That is spirit. The definition in my book of spirit is non-physical. It's not physical. So when I say spirit, no, I'm talking about the non-physical. And do you need proof of a non-physical? This is the proof I can give you. I'm talking to you right now, and you don't see my words. The wind is blowing on the camera, and it's probably making some noise for you guys, but I can't see the wind. Like, I'm looking. I cannot see the wind. So there's a complete world that is invisible to the eye, but it still exists. So we are trained. It's easy to be aware of what you can see, touch, taste, smell. It's easy to be aware of the first world because it's here. You know, when I open my eyes, it's the first thing I see is what's in front of me. The physical reality is there, but it's not so easy, or it requires a little more trained effort to be aware of the world that is non-physical, or the world that is happening within you. Now that is what this big shift is about, because for years and years and years and years we've been trained to see the world around us as the world around us. We've been living dominantly in this first world, just seeing and reacting to what's happening around us. You see, when you see something around you, you have a thought about it. You know, imagine your boss come into work and he's angry. You know, you can see that he's angry. And the fact that you can see that he's angry, you may not like that he's angry. So you get angry. So now you're reacting to what's happening around you because that's all you know. All you know is what's happening around you. So you can only perceive of the first world. You see, now is where the change starting to come, because the second world is forcing everybody inward. You see, everybody is now starting to go inward. They're starting to pay attention to this non-physical reality. And life is causing you to go inward, not by force, not by saying, look this way, but because you're becoming more aware. You see, as you become more aware, you're starting to become aware of, wait, there's more. Wait, what? Wait, why am I feeling this right now? Wait, what is this feeling I'm feeling? Wait, why do I keep thinking that same thought every day? Wait, what is this? What do I really want? You're starting to ask her these deep questions because you're feeling something deeper. You see, that's what that second world is all about. It's about getting you to be more aware of what's happening inward. Now, this is where it gets spicy. This is why I want everybody to stay with me. Because if you, let's put a hypothetical in the air. If you've been paying attention to the first world your whole life, been reacting to everything happening around you. Maybe your parents treated you bad as a kid. Maybe your boss make you mad every day. Maybe you got some friends that isn't so good to you. Maybe somebody come and take a dump on your lawn every day and you don't like that at all. Maybe these things are happening every day and you react to them every single day. Your parents call you with some nonsense, you react, you get angry. You know, you go outside, somebody took a dump on your lawn, you get angry. You know, you go to work, your boss is there, made you mad, you get angry. So you keep reacting to the world around you for so many years because, again, that's all you know. That when this second world start to come, you start to realize, wait, I'm angry. Why am I angry? What is this feeling I'm feeling? Not knowing that all those times that you reacted to it, oh yeah, it started to build up. It started to create a cycle in your life. And you've been reacting to it and reacting to it and reacting to it and reacting to it and reacting to it because you didn't know that you were doing it. And now that you start to become more aware of how you're feeling, you're like, whoa, why am I thinking these certain thoughts and having these certain type of feelings 99% of my day? What's going on with me? You see, then as these emotions arise, what's really happening, I'm going to tell you what's really happening. It's amazing. You see, what's really happening is these emotions are coming up so that you can be aware of them and release them. You see? Now, this is the process of ascension. You see, you are coming back to who you truly are. That's what this 5D shift is all about. You see, I'm going to tell you what happens when you start to go back inward. You see, first these emotions start to come up. You start to be aware of all of these things that you weren't looking at before because you was too focused out here. So you start feeling these feelings you don't probably want to feel, but you start to process them. You start to sit in them, and you start to understand them, and they start to just release themselves, and release themselves. And we'll talk more about how to do that in a future video. But they start to release themselves, and as they do that, you start to go deeper and deeper inward. And as you go deeper and deeper inward, you become more and more aware. You see, what's happening inside of you is truly amazing. You see, we'll talk about this in a future video, but everything you want in your life, I call it your dream reality. You see, every time your boss made you mad, or every time your parents said something you didn't like, or every time somebody took a dump on your lawn, you got angry at it. But what you really was saying was, I don't want that. What your anger is always telling you is, that's not what I want. But anytime you know what you don't want, anytime something in life calls you to know what you don't want, you will always know what you do want. You can't know what you don't want without knowing what you do want. So when somebody took a dump on your lawn, you say, I don't want that dump. When your boss is mad, you say, I'd rather be around people who is happy. You see, you cannot know what you don't want without knowing what you want. But to know and to get what you want, you have to first release what you don't. So that's what this process is all about. It's all about becoming aware of what you've been holding on to, releasing that, letting go of that so you can discover what's really within. And that's everything that you do. You see, what's inside of you is not only what you do want, but it's the directions to how to get it. You see, most people don't realize how truly amazing it is to be amazing, to be human. What it means to be human is amazing. What it means to be a spiritual being is amazing. The fact that you have a desire, no matter what that desire is, if you have a desire in your life, you have that desire because it is possible to achieve it. It is possible to achieve it. If you believe in a desire, you're believing that it is possible, that that possibility exists. Every desire is like a seed. You plant that seed in the ground and that seed will grow. But first, your awareness. You see, that's how you nurture your seed, by being aware of what you've planted. But you can't be aware of what you want if you're still focused on what you don't. It don't make sense. That's not universal law. So when you release what you don't, you start to be aware of these seeds. Oh, but I do want to have a lake house. Oh, I do want to go to a cabin and live my life there. Oh, I do want to start a whole new life. Or I do want, you start to have all these epiphanies about what you do want because your attention isn't on what you don't anymore. And once you start going in, that's when you start to learn who you truly are. And who you truly are is a creator. This right here is the first video to a bigger idea that life gave me. It's the first video. And that's why it's so amazing, because this video is the seed to what I will create. You see, life already showed me, myself already told me what this can become. Now, only thing I'm doing is taking that same knowing and what life told me to do and making it happen and doing it. Starting off with this first video. And this is a journey we take together here on Spiritual Talks. So, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and be prepared to really blossom. Like, this is a time of true awakening to love and creating the reality. This is an amazing time. An amazing time to be alive. You chose to come to Earth at an amazing time. So make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you leave a question down at the bottom. I would love to take your question and let's talk about it. Let's have an open dialogue about it. And let's really be ourselves and be open and aware about who we are and where we want to go. And let's really be authentic here. So again, leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's consider this seed planted.